The GAs, all four of them do a great job. They have to put up with a lot of stress because basically anything the coaches don't want to do gets thrown on their desk along with all of their regular responsibilities. So they put in long hours and have a lot of respect for what they do.
Being a grad assistant is kind of a thankless job. You get all the grunt work, you know, you're doing all the film breakdowns, the game plans, they're the cut and paste guys, the staple guys, you know, they're putting all that stuff together.
GA does it all. He is the quality control, and it's in the word, quality control. He controls the quality of how we do things, you know, in terms of the breakdowns. They break down the film. In terms of running the scout team, we need an excellent look of the opponent. You know, they're in charge of making sure that those guys are given that look.
Being a GA at UCF consists of long hours. I mean, we get there at 6:30 in the morning to about 12:30 at night. During the day, you know, we get the show teams ready for practice. We coordinate all those players with special teams and offense and defense. And then after practice, we start breaking down film.
Mark's kind of a journeyman as far as the graduate assistants go. He's been in a few different positions in the weight room and in the football office. So he's seen a lot of the different behind the scenes activities that go on with the football program and knows a lot of different things besides just coaching.
Mark's a guy that we have to lean on. Mark's the only guy in that room that's been here. So there are a lot of times when we have questions about, you know, how does coach want this or how does coach want that, he can go through and explain it to us.
GAs are extremely important to the football staff. They're the ones that get everything prepped, break down all the film, get all the reports run for the coaches.
Mark is a positive energy guy. You know, he's a good guy to have on the staff. He's a detailed guy also, and he'll be a good coach whenever he gets his first full-time opportunity.
Here we go, let's go, let's go. Little run back, little run back.
Paul Carrington, he was a former player here, spent some time in the NFL as well, so he can really relate to the players of what they're going through and what they will be going through.
I think they're able to relate to me a lot more for that simple fact that I've been through this system. I know exactly what to expect in any and every, you know, offensive scheme that can be run, especially as a defensive end. And I also played defensive tackle when I was here, so the entire defensive line, I can definitely relate to those guys.
Paul and I were teammates here, and Paul's done a great job in terms of that. He knows the system, kind of similar to me. He knows what Coach O'Leary wants in D-line play. He knows the playbook, and I think he brings that to the table as well as helping our younger players develop.
It's a great feeling, and I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be part of this program again.
Here we go. Everybody got it? All right, here we go, here we go. Down to run it, here we go.
Get everybody inside.
I am so grateful for the opportunity that I've had here. As a graduate assistant, I thank God every day for the opportunity to be a part of this program and to learn from Coach O'Leary and the rest of the coaches on the staff. It's really been priceless, and it's something that I'm extremely proud of and very, very grateful.
John Ford, he's originally from California, basically got his foot in the door by volunteering his time with the team, helping out the previous GAs, and then once they graduated and moved on, he took on that job full time.
My specific job responsibilities include coordinating the show teams for the offense, which means I work with the defensive players. In addition to that, I coordinate a lot of the office work that gets done for the offensive staff.
He was kind of a walk-on GA, if you want to put it in that perspective. He contacted us, he was moving out here from California and been accepted into the graduate program and wanted to help out coaching, so he did a good job. And then when the position opened up as a full-time offensive GA, he took that job, and this was his last year in the graduate program, and hopefully he can go on now and start his own career full-time. I know that's what he wants to do as an offensive line coach.
I hope to see myself ultimately becoming a coordinator or a head coach down the line at the Division I level. I think en route to that, I'd like to be a position coach next year at this level.
Working with John has been an unbelievable experience. I like to use the term big brother because he's taught me how the program works. He's taught me about the offense. He's taught me about the special teams. He's taught me about every little aspect of how the UCF football program is run, and I'm very thankful to him, and I've let him know that.
Keegan played at Northwestern, was an offensive line there, but his resume was pretty impressive for a young coach of where he's been and what he's done. So we brought him on here, and he's done a great job.
Came into Northwestern as a defensive lineman. I did that for a couple years, and then I transferred to offensive line. Worked really hard, was an honorable mention All Big Ten football player. Knew after I was done playing that I wanted to get involved in coaching.
He's going to be a great coach in the future just because of the fact that there's not too many O-line coaches that know special teams now as well as he will after the end of the season.
I'm really focused on the present, focused on right now, so I I really want to do a great job in that standpoint, and then the next step is being a position coach.
He's a bright guy, which you would expect from a guy who's got a Northwestern degree, but I think he's got a very good future in coaching. He's bright and is passionate about what he does.
Those guys are demanded a lot of. They're also a graduate student as they go through this process, and they're trying to work their way up and work on the scout teams and those kind of things.
We're the behind-the-scenes guys, the guys that provide all the information for the kids and the coaches so that they can best prepare for practice that week to ensure that they're ready to go out and get a victory.
The workload is huge for them, and that's like the one position on the staff that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's really greatly appreciated.
Come on, get your head across.
What's up, fans? Come out to Bright House Stadium and watch us take on UAB on November 24th.